ನೀವು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಭಾಷಣಗಳ ಕೇಳಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ಭಾಳ ಬ್ರೀಫಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೇಳಿ. ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನುಮತಿಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರಂತೆ. ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. Dear friends, I am a Rotarian because, I believe that it is one of the most important instruments available to us in the world to make life better everywhere. So let me concentrate a little bit on Rotary first before I turn to yoga. Rotary is the only organization in the world. There are imitative other organizations, but I think preeminent in this regard is the Rotary International organization, a very great voluntary organization of the world, the biggest NGO. And what Rotary does is that it's inclusive. It has the spirit of the 1960s. It imagines a world without borders, without caste, race, ethnicity, language, gender, even nationality. It binds us all in brotherhood and sisterhood, if I'm permitted to say that. So I think Rotary is a great organization to establish two important things. See, we are challenged today by two great calamitous events. The first one need not be calamitous, which is transformative technologies. There are a set of 16 technologies that have matured into the next phase all at once, like artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, 5G, 6G connectivity, Software 2, Web 3, Industry 4.2, digital twins, quantum computing, nanoparticles, and so on. And what it does is, I'll give you some statistics on it. What it does is that last week Goldman Sachs reported that 300 million formal jobs in the world will be taken over by AI very soon. This is a matter of months or a couple of years. I know all of you have got jobs and you're working. Some of you send your children to school and colleges thinking that when they come out they'll have a better career, and maybe a better life for themselves. But I'm afraid to tell you that no college, at least in our country, is equipped to actually produce graduates that will know how to face the onslaught of artificial intelligence and the associated new technologies. These technologies are agnostic to sector. ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಂದರೆ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಮೆಷಿನ್ನೋ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ, ಒಂದು ಇನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ, ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಇದು ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೂ, ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್, ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್, ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್, ಕೋರ್ಟ್, ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಇದು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? ನೀವು ಗಂಭೀರವಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು 2 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಈ ವರ್ಷನೇ ತುಂಬ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. Ernst & Young 2 weeks ago laid off partners. It's an incredible thing, unimaginable. They did that because they're looking at even people at that level as redundant. Why I'm telling you this is, this can be a good thing if human intention is good, like Rotary International says, if governments of the world had the good intention, you can use AI and these new technologies to deliver the best quality healthcare in villages, the best quality education in Indian villages, and in poor countries around the world. You can deliver, you know, the best quality of information in most respects. You can create jobs where people don't have to congregate into cities and pollute them. They can stay where they are and actually work. Hazardous industries can be run by robots who will not ask for maternity leave, sick leave, who will not ask for salary, who will not ask for a place to sit, a place to sleep, who will not mind working 3 shifts a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. But I'm afraid that AI learns from humans, and what humans have is this impulse that I want to grab the biggest market share. This is winning according to us. Grab the biggest market share. Have more money than you need. You know, the disparity between the richest and the poorest in our country also is increasing exponentially. And this is what we teach AI. And just as we treat animals as less than us because we assume we are more intelligent than them, and just as you reward and valorize, you know, students who score well in class, and you deem them more intelligent, and you value the others less, remember that AI is more intelligent than you now. Deemed intelligent. It's not actually intelligence. It's actually computational power. And what AI may do, the danger of it is that AI might actually treat humans as lesser beings. Dr. Geoffrey Hinton, who quit Google, the godfather of artificial intelligence is called. He's actually done 50 years of research in computing. He's now 75 years old. He quit Google and he gave a press conference and he said, I regret 50 years of my life's work because I fear that AI will eventually exterminate the human race. This is a scientist speaking. Please Google, you can get his interviews, you know, and he's been talking about this. I'll tell you one more example on this and turn to the next calamitous thing. In 1996, in Philadelphia, IBM had done its first supercomputer, Deep Blue. And IBM challenged as a marketing gimmick the greatest chess player of all time, even then, even today I would say, Garry Kasparov, to a chess match for $1.1 million as prize money. Actually, Kasparov laughed at first, but he went and played. He was shocked at the way the machine could play. But in 6 days or something, he defeated the machine. The next year in Manhattan, IBM invited Kasparov to a rematch with its second version of Deep Blue. It took 9 days, and Deep Blue defeated Kasparov. Kasparov made a remark at that time. See what happens when quantity becomes quality. I want young people to understand this. See what happens when quantity becomes quality. What he meant was, as IBM explained, we learnt a lot from the mistakes of a machine made in the first match. And now the second version of the machine can do 100 million moves it can calculate in 1 second. 100 million to 200 million moves per second. No human being can do it. If I look around, I need to recognize somebody, I can scan and I have the intelligence say, oh, that person, because I have instant recognition. Now the thing is, AI will not do that. It will actually just go through everybody, but it will do it much faster than we can do this. So Geoffrey Hinton said, imagine this. You study very hard and you do very well at your work or in college or in school. Imagine what happens when everybody knows everything at once. If in the next 5 years, adults feel helpless in this onslaught. Young parents don't know what to do with the children. You can't decide who wrote the PhD thesis, whether it was ChatGPT or GPT-4 or Bard, or actually somebody studied for 5, 6, 7, 8 years and got the doctoral thesis. Keep this in mind. This is one set of problems. The other is climate change. A lot of it is irreversible already. See, the International Panel for Climate Change, when it released the interim report 2 years ago, said that we should hold the average increase of temperature in summers across the world, we hold it down to 1.5 degrees. Actually, by the time they could do the final report, 1.5 degrees had been breached already. So two things. What IBM said that time was this computational speed, where how numbers can actually be better than human minds everywhere on earth. And the second thing is that there'll be a great fight among humans for the resources that we take for granted. Water, air, the earth, energy from the sun. All energy on earth is provided by the sun. Go figure it out, okay? I'm not going to explain it now. So the 5 elements, the ನಮ್ಮ ಪಂಚಭೂತಗಳು ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಜಗಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹಚ್ಚುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. If we don't actually look at being human again, we're going to have a problem. So things like interventions like yoga, which are not just exercise, but they have a spiritual component, they have a societal component, they have a component of harmony and peaceful coexistence with all beings on earth and all chara achara yalla, all non-living creatures also, non-living objects on earth. This is what yoga teaches us, and which is why it may be very important to center stage these ideas of peaceful coexistence, because we are going to enter the most troubled times we have seen in the history of the universe as mankind has known it. The last 10 years, in 9 years of the last 10 years have seen the hottest temperatures ever recorded. And this year has recorded the hottest temperatures ever recorded around the earth. Turtles, sea green turtles, which come to the beach to lay eggs. You know what turtle love is? You know, they don't parent. They just lay the eggs and leave. Now the thing is, if the temperature of the sea increases by 1 degree, the male turtle will become sterile. Imagine turtles that can live for hundreds of years, that have been there perhaps from the Jurassic age and so on. If that can become sterile with that temperature change, what about weak humans? You know, who are we? We've just been around for a very short time. You know, we are just a mere blink in the time of the universe. So I'll conclude by saying this. It takes organizations like Rotary. It takes the yoga gurus of the world who have come here. It takes an idea of actually reversing what the human pursuit has been so far. That we have the largest market share, that we win over everybody, we beat everybody. We must stop thinking about ourselves and think about ourselves as one among our communities. You're one among your community. And the only way you can do well on earth, to save yourself, you need to save your community. Whatever it is, your home, your street, your locality, your town or city, your country. If you don't identify in these expanding concentric circles, there is no hope for humankind, I suspect. I'm sorry to say such a negative thing here, but the positive thing at this is that you people have congregated here. Please congratulate yourselves for doing this. Give a big hand to yourselves for doing this. And two, I congratulate, I compliment, our past district governor, Nagendra Prasad, and his team of dedicated people who have taken the trouble to organize this summit. And I hope you will come to some resolutions that are implementable even in micro ways in our own little communities. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for having me here.